Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very good day to you. Welcome to Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. I'm Khawa Solomon, and please do stay with us for the next hour. The big question is, are you at home? Are you practicing social distancing? Are you aware of what is happening around you with the spread of COVID-19? Please do stay with us as we highlight the topic of today, COVID-19 testing. Everything you need to know, you want to know, please do interact and ask your question to our specialists in studio. We'll be joining, they'll be joining us online a little bit later on. But firstly, our well wishes from the IMA slogan for today. We have occupational therapist, a member of the IMA, to tell us what we need to know with regards to day 14. That's right, we are in day 14 of lockdown. That's 2 whole weeks. Alhamdulillah, shukr, thank goodness. We've gone through it thus far. For those at home, I'm sure if you're not busy, maybe it has felt like a very, very long time. But for me, in this instance, it has gone through like a flash, as they say. So please take a listen to today's message. It is all about connecting to yourself. Yes, about connecting to yourself. She says day 14, hashtag 21 day. Remember, take a deeper look at the you want to be. Take a listen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Wahida Asop, National Executive Member of the Islamic Medical Association. 21 days to remember. Take a deeper look at the you want to be. Who do your family see? Who do your friends see? Who do strangers see? Who do you see when you look into a mirror? Are you content with this?
Are you content about it? And you know, now is the perfect time. There's a reason for this lockdown and why we are in our homes with our family, with the people that we love, we care about, possibly, hopefully, and also with ourselves, the reality of being with you. Thank you so much to occupational therapist Wahida Esop, and she'll be joining us again, and we'll hear her. And remember, if you want to know any of her well wishes and a message to get you through, follow her Instagram, wahida.ot. Shukran so much to Wahida Esop. Okay, for now we're going to play you a quick video with regards to testing, and that is about the drive-through testing that is happening here in Johannesburg, Cape Town. So please have a look.
At the first table, that's where we do the screening to see if the person meets the criteria to do the test, because we can't test everybody. Yes, either we come with a doctor's letter, meaning you are being referred, or you have active symptoms. The second one there is where you fill the form. That's the NICD and the consent form as well. Yes, and then you come to the station, that's where we do the subbing. So we're doing the nasopharyngeal or the oropharyngeal, but mostly it's the nasopharyngeal because it goes just about 60% accurate. With the oral one, but just about 30% accurate. I'm proud to be serving the nation, but yeah, nobody's posing it like we volunteered to do this. Yes, I want to help because you can see this is a pandemic. Everybody's affected, yes.
There you have it. Find out more from Muller Labs as well as the NICD. So for more information on testing, there's various videos to show you and information. We'll try and keep you informed today as well with regards to COVID-19 and testing. On Tuesday, we chatted to our Bukup representative, Shafwan Lobster, and he was telling us how the testing had been initiated within the Bukup residence. We want to find out how that took along from yesterday and today. Is it still happening? What was the response of residents in Bukup, Cape Town? Let's take a listen to Shafwan. Assalamu alaikum to you, Shafwan. Welcome back.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
It's a pleasure. Shukran so much for joining us once again. We appreciate your time and to be our representative almost in the Bukup area, and to your team also for doing a great job. Shafwan, quickly tell us what has transpired since we last spoke on Tuesday.
Yeah, so when we last spoke on Tuesday, we obviously started our door-to-door screening. And subsequently, obviously, we send the people that we feel should go for physical test. We send them for physical test so that that is still continuing. We have completed about 3/4 of the area of Motown. So there's quite a lot of anxiety still in the area. You know, some of our people are so anxious on what does the pre-screening entail.
Okay.
But, yeah, sorry.
So you've mentioned over 100 interviews took place on Tuesday, and now you said 3/4. How much people were that? Is that now?
It's difficult to quantify. I haven't collected all the data yet, but I would say anything close to perhaps about more than 1,500 residents.
Okay.
So which has gone quite well. And we obviously sent a few for physical tests, and obviously we still await the results.
Okay.
But I think on the whole, it's going quite well.
Alhamdulillah. So just over 1,000 screenings happened, and from that 1,000, how many were tested, would you say, percentage-wise?
So I said percentage-wise, probably about 3% of those were tested. Obviously, we still wait the results on that. But it's a good indication in terms of that people are receptive in terms of having the pre-screen. It's obviously, it would be best if nobody comes for a physical test.
Of course.
But at least we have the reassurance of having a physical test.
Are the physical testing being done also while doing the screening?
That is correct. It happens concurrently.
Okay. And what were have you spoken to any of the residents that were tested?
Yeah. So in the first day was quite a bit of anxious. People didn't know what to expect. Although we tried to obviously send through notices through the community to try and quell that anxiety. But as the days have gone by, people are aware of how the pre-screening takes place, and they're obviously very cooperative.
So you've mentioned some anxiety with some of those that were tested, and also when it initially happened, of course, it calmed down a little bit. Talk to us about those that you have interviewed and spoken to with regards to having them tested. Are they now on a different level of anxiety? Are they quite calm? What did they say?
Yeah, that's correct. So the anxiety has stemmed a little bit. You know, like I said on Tuesday, there was a lot of, because of social media, fake videos and fake WhatsApp messages making it down. So people are obviously quite anxious. But now that they know what it entails, obviously that has stemmed a little bit, and people are more receptive.
Okay. So did any of them say, you know, what the testing was like? Was it sore? Of course, that was the fake news that was going around, and the fact that the COVID virus is actually on those instruments. What did they say about having the test done? Were they feeling? Was it sore? Was it painful? What did they say afterwards?
Yeah, so I spoke to a few people after the physical test, and they were quite okay. They were reassured, having seen where the swabs of the testing kits are coming from, and the professional manners of the health workers. So they were quite okay with that whole procedure. But I think, like anything else, people are still a bit anxious, awaiting a result.
Who gives them assurance? You've mentioned the health workers as well, partaking not just testing but actually talking to them.
Yeah, the health workers are quite professional in their process. So they take you from A to B, you know, in a very professional manner, trying to reassure the patient. Some people are quite so anxious and nervous coming in there, but I must commend the health work for the professional manner that they operate with.
Are they coming into people's homes, or are people needing to come out to their mobile testing station in Bukab?
Yeah, so the pre-screening is obviously door to door, but obviously the physical test, they have to come to the test center.
Are there any stigmas around those people that has been tested? What are the community saying? What are those individuals feeling when they need to go for testing?
So I think, yeah, there's still 4% here that has a natural shyness. What are the people going to say? But I think as part of our response team, that is part of our responsibility to assist those people, to reassure those types of people, and not to create a stigmatization around this type of pandemic.
So you are just a community member and care for the individuals around you as a resident and as your neighbor. What do you say to those people?
Yeah, I think it's just because we know this community, we know each other, we're very tight in that community. So we try and engage on levels that our people will understand. But also giving them the necessary education around this pandemic. So I think that is our primary function, and we tell them not to be anxious about it and don't go on about stories that they might have heard, because we are in good care of professional health workers.
Because, of course, you and your team had to educate yourself a lot around COVID-19, the restrictions that the government has laid down. Once you educate others and you talk more about this condition, and I think more is said of it, the truth at least, do you find that people actually acknowledge that they can absorb that information?
That is correct, yes. So I think that was quite important. There had to be a link between, government protocols down to our community. In terms of our community, quite a lot of elderly, so they're not people that's on social media per se.
Yes.
So that's where we came in and tried to be that middleman, and I think it helped quite a lot because the more information they get and the reassurance from people that they know, I think it does stem that anxiety quite a bit.
So we know Bukab is a very close-knit community. Literally, the houses are on the doorstep of someone else's. Yeah. Do you make contact with them via, you've mentioned the elderly as well, and they are most at risk. We want them to stay at home and in no way actually leave their houses. Do you find that it is better to communicate with them via SMS, WhatsApp, or actually, one-on-one?
Yeah, so obviously because of government protocol or just the rules that there's not much one-on-one contact being made. But yes, we do send it via social media, as well as the mosque mic system. So that is one big way that we know that we get the message out into the community.
What sort of announcements are being made on the mic systems? Because they've been in the past, an irritation around those mic systems. So this is definitely for a good cause. What type of notices has been made on it?
Yeah, so we try and make all sorts of announcements, announcing that, like yesterday we announced that the people are coming door to door, so these streets can expect the health workers coming for pre-screening. Last night, obviously being Ruwa, we also had quite a few announcements and recitation over the night. Just to still keep that ambience going in water.
Shafan Lopsha, shukran so much to you and your team. Keep it going. May Allah protect you and keep you safe and give you the necessary strength to keep going and be that support to the residents of the Bukap, inshallah. All the best. So there we have it, our correspondent in Cape Town, Bukap, very close-knit community, still ongoing testing happening there. And alhamdulillah, as the days go by, the anxiousness is calming down. They did about 3/4 part of the testing. It started on Tuesday, so that's 2 days of testing, alhamdulillah. And hopefully by the end of the week, that will end and the residents will get the results by next week, inshallah. Stay with us as we continue with Health Matters COVID-19 Extra and testing. Welcome back. A very good day to you. Assalamu alaikum. This is Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday, from 4 to 5 p.m. Your hour of updates on COVID-19. Please do interact with us via our WhatsApp line. We will be talking about testing COVID-19 and testing today. We do have a few videos lined up, as well as our special guest from Gift of the Givers, who's one of the volunteer doctors that's on the ground helping you through the drive-through testing. We did see a video a little bit earlier on about Mullah Labs and informing you of what really happened during this testing process. We also know that there's some fake news going around, so please be aware of that. There was a gentleman that was arrested because just before the Bukap residents also mentioned on Tuesday, they were quite anxious and they were seeing this video of fake news going around, making people really scared about the swabs that's being unsafe, that it has, you know, the actual COVID-19 virus on there, that it's going to be painful. And alhamdulillah, with people like Shafwan and his team and community members who will be highlighting a little bit later on as well, please note, get your pens and papers ready. At the end of the show, we will also inform you what masjid to donate to. Every week, at least every day, we will showcase a masjid. As we know, there's no visitors, the masjids are closed, but our homes are like a little masjid as well. So a note to get your pens and papers ready. We will have the bank details of the masjid that will be featured today in Mowbray, Cape Town. But before we do continue, let's hear from Dr. Zahir Kader. He is a doctor with a special interest in infectious diseases. We're trying to get hold of doctor, but before we do that, we'll play a short video with regards to testing. Please do have a look at this. I know there's many videos out there on our YouTube channel. We have to thank News 24 Video as well and their team, and lots of organizations that's really putting informative videos on the YouTube channel, on various news stations as well. But please watch out for the fake news. Take a listen to this one.
Wash your hands and wear your full PPE. Open the package without contamination of the swab. Ask the patient to tilt his head back. Gently pass the swab into the patent nostril about 8 to 10 centimeters into the nasopharynx. Keep the swab near the septum and floor of the nose. Rotate the swab quickly and remove it. Repeat procedure through the nostril. Put the swab into the tube and cut off the extra part. Close the tube properly. Put it in a bag. And put another bag and send it to the lab.
There you have it. A big thanks to that organization for that video concluding the nasal swab. And that's what happens with regards to the nasal swabs. Know that it was very interesting when they did the nasal swab. It actually goes straight across, not upwards. And it was very interesting with some of the information that we've learned with regards to the nasal swab, the certain use of the type of nasal swab. But all that information and more is available on various YouTube channels. We now link up with Dr. Zahir and ask the most important questions as gift and the givers actually come together and make available some testing stations throughout South Africa. Assalamu alaikum to you, Dr. Zahir Kader. Hello, doctor. Okay, we'll play another video for you quickly. Please have a look at this. More on testing and what you need to know with regards to what is happening with COVID-19. A big thank you to our team on the other side, Nazreen and Kabir, and we have Linda and the rest of the news team also updating you and what is happening with COVID-19 and the interesting facts that you need to follow. The channels, our WhatsApp line is also available in any of the videos, the messages and the links and the well wishes from our IMA doctors, also to inform you about how you need to stay at home because they are literally out there for you. So let's take a look at this video.
Across the African continent, there's been a ton of myths circulating about COVID-19, better known as the coronavirus. Identifying what's fact and what's fiction can get confusing, but one thing's for sure, it's important to stay vigilant. That WhatsApp message from your auntie might not be true. Here's some myths to be aware of. Myth number 1, vaccines. Across some French-speaking parts of Africa, rumours have spread that African people are being used as guinea pigs for a new coronavirus vaccine. This is completely untrue. Right now, although clinical trials are underway, no vaccine has yet been developed, let alone tested on Africans. Myth number 2, shaving. The Nigerian newspaper Punch told its readers, "To be safe from coronavirus, shave your beard, CDC warns." The CDC is the US Centers for Disease Control, and in 2017 they posted this picture showing how some facial hair can make face masks less effective. The problem is the picture was not posted in response to the coronavirus. It was aimed at people wearing protective masks to work. In fact, having facial hair doesn't make you more likely to catch the coronavirus, and the World Health Organization say face masks are only effective if you're washing your hands regularly. Myth number 3, climate. Another popular myth is that Africa's generally hot climate will slow the virus. So far, evidence shows that the COVID-19 virus can be transmitted in all areas, including those with hot and humid weather. So it's important to take protective measures wherever you are. Myth number 4 is cures. Fennel tea, pepper soup, and the tropical plants known as Congo bololo have all been named as natural remedies for the coronavirus, but there's no evidence to show they work. And although scientists are racing to find a treatment for the disease, there is currently no cure. The World Health Organization says coronavirus has caused an infodemic of false and misleading information. Remember, the best weapons against the virus are keeping your distance from other people and thorough and regular hand washing.
So there you have it, fake versus the truth, and that's what you need to know. There are so many uninformed individuals out there. That was a brilliant publication by the BBC News Africa, Understand What is Fake, and literally people are being imprisoned, they are being arrested. As I mentioned earlier, that gentleman that was sending around this fake news about testing, and it got some of the residents that of course were going to go out to do the bulk testing were very anxious and nervous about that. And this gentleman was arrested for sending around this fake news about the testing. So please beware. They're also keeping admins of WhatsApp groups responsible for sending and allowing fake news to circulate on the WhatsApp groups. So now we finally got hold of Dr. Zahid Kaida. Assalamu alaikum to you, Doctor. Welcome to Health Matters.
How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. Shukran so much. We finally got hold of you. Shukran for your time. Unfortunately, technical glitches and those munchkins does deter us, but nevertheless, we'll go on. The show does go on. Just let us understand quickly what is happening with testing in South Africa. What type of testing is available?
Right now, the only recognized test is the PCR, which is written for the exercise. It's a 24-48 hours to get to the job. And all the major private labs, including the NICH, receiving the PCR negative positive as both methods right now.
Okay, so please explain to us, you represent Gift of the Givers and the various testing stations. Please explain to us how that works.
Well, right now, the difficulty has worked in conjunction with the labs and NICH to provide a user-friendly PCR swab test for 700 there. So what we do is we put in the NICH forms that people come to at any of our test stations. We do the swab for them, it's not more than a minute, and this is the test of 24 hours to the result doctor.
Okay, so how long does it take to get the results if you have been tested, and how do you notify the patient once they've come out? Of course, you've taken down their details. Do you how do you notify them?
Well, we require a doctor to send the test, so we inform that the doctor with the results, and if the patient is positive, they will contact the form they are filling and sending the test.
Okay, so please explain to us what we must know, at least what the patient should know when coming to a testing station.
Well, look, there's limited and a shortage of tests in the country. So the NICH has requested about 50%. So if you look at the criteria for testing, you include the drug of body essentially two like
come into contact with a positive person, then you can come to the you need to come to your doctor, your GP, and they will then send you with a referral to us, and you come to do your data procedure process, but within 48 hours to have your results.
So you represent, I said earlier, on Gift of the Givers. Why was it important for them to create various testing stations around South Africa?
Look, the limitation is ultimately the number of staff that are available to be volunteers to come forward as the doctors and nurses. And remember, it's quite a big ask for a person to start a process to basically without being exposed to someone who's doctor over. So we understand this, and we identified and we are trying to start with about 5 sites in Gauteng and Durban, and we hope to start running investigate and Northwest and hopeful.
So are there any other testing stations in the Western Cape or areas of Eastern Cape perhaps?
Yes, no, we will be looking at that stuff there, and we will have those details on our website next week.
Okay, just explain to us, if a test is taken, can it possibly show a false positive? And in what circumstances would a test need to also be repeated?
We haven't had a false positive, so the test in terms of the PCR not test. What you can have is the false negative. So if the swab is inadequate, that means that you haven't taken specific samples from the real time. There's a possibility that the sample is contaminated. Also remember the virus on the swab only stays viable for anywhere between 6 to 12 hours. So it's within that period of time when it's transported to the lab, it hasn't been taken so big that the virus is carried. There's no danger of you getting positive. There's a danger of you getting positive. But it's very nice.
Okay, just explain to us, you've mentioned when they come to your testing stations and this sort of procedure.
Yes.
Are these individuals protected? And what is your advice?
They've been very strict with this treatment, which is why we try to move for drive-through patients. Their person is in the house, and they've done all of their treatments for the test upfront, and they're putting all of the treatments before they get to the testing station. They then provide their petition to the doctor referral, and they then do the procedure, and the person will put it out in head to toe procedure.
Okay, that was Dr. Zahid Kader, a doctor for Gift of the Givers and their various testing stations. We do apologize for the line. We're trying to correct it. Hopefully after the break there will be a better connection. But do stay with us as we unpack the testing questions. Your interaction via WhatsApp is very much appreciated. More just after this. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. This is Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. We continue our conversation with Dr. Zahid Kader. We do apologize for the previous line. We're going to try and get those questions out again. Dr. Zahid, welcome back. Shukran so much for joining us. Just to repeat some of the answers that you've mentioned, please tell us what type of testing is available in South Africa again.
Currently, all of the labs are using a nasopharyngeal swab PCR test, which is basically taking a swab sample from the back of the throat and nose. Mm-hmm. And this is sent to a lab where we're looking for the actual virus. And we've had great success with it. The only issue is that there's been a backlog. So results are taking anywhere between 24 to 48 hours to get out.
Okay. And as you've mentioned before, you representing Gift of the Givers. Explain again where the testing stations are.
We currently have testing stations in Gauteng and Durban, and working with Dr. Imtiaz and associated doctor volunteers, we're going to be establishing testing stations throughout the country.
Okay. The protocol of informing the patient once they have the tests done?
Well, look, to come to any of our testing sites, you have to have a doctor's referral.
Okay.
So that doctor, if you have a positive result, the doctor is then given your results. He will then contact you and the NICD require a contact tracing form to be filled in. And these contacts will then be informed, listen, you've been in contact with someone who's positive. If you are symptomatic, you need to come in for testing.
Okay. Talk to us about some of the information patients needs to know when they come to you after they've been referred to by a doctor.
The most important thing that a person needs to understand is because of the shortage of test kits, NICD has been very strict about who should get tested. Initially, they said that anybody that has travel history, contact with a positive person but is symptomatic. Now they've reduced the restrictions on the requirements down to if you show any one of the symptoms of a flu-like illness, you should come in for testing.
Okay. Explain to us about the protocol with protecting your patients and the various individuals that do come to your testing stations.
Well, look, we've moved towards drive-through testing stations, so we minimize contact at every stage of the way, and you stay in your car, so that minimizes your risk as well as ours. Our volunteers and doctors have full protective, head-to-toe protective equipment. We tell patients to pay before they come to the site, and if possible, filling all of the NICD required forms so that their interaction is kept to an absolute minimum. And the actual procedure takes less than a minute, and that's done by a person in full protective equipment.
Okay. There has been various fake news going around. We have spoken to our correspondent with a Bukap residents, and they've had a sort of roll-out testing happening there, screening and testing. And with regards to the fake news going around, it has created some anxiety for some individuals. Please explain what people should know about fake news.
I think you need to verify every bit of information that's coming through. The best thing to do is follow the Twitter accounts of the Department of Health, as well as the Presidency, before believing anything that's being published. Gift of the Givers also has a feed on all social media, so I'd recommend that people follow that. There's also a number of Islamic organizations that have formed a think tank and a action committee, so they can contact and follow those social media feeds to see if the information that's coming through to communities is true or not.
Okay, so just explain to us, individuals that have maybe not traveled, they have flu-like symptoms, they've been to the doctor, they've actually been advised to be in self-isolation. You've mentioned the contact is very limited via your drive-through stations. There is the fear of coming to have themselves tested. How important is it to have yourself tested? Because someone's saying, listen, I don't have the money, my medical aid is only going to pay for it if I'm positive. What would you say to that individual that's currently in quarantine or even self-isolation because they suspect they do have it? COVID-19.
Yes. Look, I think ideally you got to you have to speak to a medical professional and get their advice. It's very hard for a person to determine that, listen, I don't need to be tested. If you are showing severe signs of having a lung infection or disease that could be fatal, you need to. If you think your condition is worsening, you need to contact your doctor as soon as possible. And many doctors are doing telephonic consults. There's the Vula app, which Gift of the Givers is using as well.
Okay.
So you can contact them. There's also the COVID-19 doctor helpline.
Yeah.
I think there's currently 3,000 volunteer doctors on that.
Yeah.
There's another app called My House Doctor as well. So you can download that app and you can contact a doctor for free on these apps and get the medical advice.
That's some brilliant apps, Doctor. We have to quickly take a break. When we come back, we will conclude with you. And if you've missed any of those apps, those names, the information that has been broadcasted on today's show, please contact us via our WhatsApp line. We'll continue this conversation just after this. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. There's lots of things still to do in our last few minutes of our Health Matters COVID-19 Extra Show. We now link up with an organization that's doing some great work during this time of need when people are desperate and do not have the necessary facilities available to them. So let's chat to Naila Lahi. She is a Vitamil representative. Assalamu alaikum to you, Naila.
Walaikum salam.
Shukran so much for your time. Tell us about the work that Vitamil does, how people can donate, and can those who need help possibly contact you?
Okay, so the initiative that I'm involved in is called Nourish the Children.
Okay.
This initiative applies business principles to address the problem of childhood hunger in a sustainable manner.
Mm-hmm.
So this program begins with highly nutritious food, which is developed by nutritional scientists.
Okay.
And this nutritious food is called Vitamil. This Vitamil, it goes a long way. And one bag of Vitamil, which is equivalent, feeds one child for 50 days.
Naila, tell us where exactly is it being distributed right now?
Right now, from South Africa, it's being distributed in Malawi.
Okay. And how do people make use of this Vitamil?
Okay, so it's part of New Skin. So the people transfer money to me, and I order it, and it gets directly delivered. Or I send a link to the possible people who would like to donate, and they make the first sell, and then it gets delivered directly to the children in Malawi.
That's brilliant. And if people would like to be getting in contact with you with either donation or a request for their community that's in need of this Vitamil, how can they do that?
Okay, so I can provide my telephone number.
Yes.
Which is 084 967
084 967 06
11.
084 967 0611, and people can contact you if they want to reach out.
Yes, that's correct.
Great stuff. Shukran so much, Naila, for your information. Is there social pages or is it just the contact number?
It's a WhatsApp number,
Okay.
and they could WhatsApp me.
Great stuff. Naila, shukran so much for your time. All the best and some brilliant stuff, seeing how a little can go a lot, quite far. Jazakallah to you. Naila Lahi from Vitamil, please donate generously, and we will also represent an organization the last segment of every show in Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. But for now, quickly, we know that masajids are not being visited regularly. Today we feature Masjidur Rashidin in Mowbray, Cape Town. They're out in the southern suburbs. Maulana Irshad Sadiq, he's the resident imam. They're calling out to all individuals to donate generously, as the masjid is not active. We know that the musallis are not attending, so there's no way that they actually are receiving funds. So please note, this is one of the masjids that we will showcase every day on Health Matters Extra. Please take down that bank details. If you'd like us to send it to you, you can WhatsApp us on our Health Matters line, and we'll send through the masjids that has been featured so far in ITV's Health Matters COVID-19 Extra. We now wrap up today's show with back with Dr. Zahid, and we find out more about the testing and sort of look at what's happening at the end when people come to, getting their results and what we still need to know. So welcome back, Dr. Zahid. Shukran so much for joining us again. Okay, so let's quickly explain why Gift of the Givers has rolled out this initiative.
Well, look, I don't think the world has ever seen such a pandemic in the last 100 years. And Gift of the Givers, having worked closely with numerous organizations throughout the world at numerous disasters, whether it's natural or man-made, we realized that the only way to beat this disease is by firstly ensuring this social distancing and isolation and testing. And if we don't know who's got it and quarantine them, unfortunately, COVID is going to spread rapidly like wildfire. And in South Africa, we've got a significant population that's old, HIV positive, and immunocompromised. And we don't want to even think about the consequences of those people getting this disease.
Absolutely. We have to conclude. Dr. Zahid, please give us your last comments on how people can help initiate this brilliant idea that Gift to the Givers has around South Africa.
I think, you know what, in years to come, people are going to look back at 2020 and they're going to be asked, what did you do to make a difference? And the answer that everyone should give is that I did my best by staying at home.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think it's our responsibility right now to support us doctors and nurses and other healthcare workers who are fighting at the front line by just obeying the simple principle: stay safe with your families at home.
Brilliant.
I know the lockdown is going to be either reviewed or over in a week.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the decision has to be made, and we have to really take and obey what the government is outlining.
We appreciate your time, Dr. Zahir Kader, one of the doctors, volunteer doctors on the ground with Gifts of the Givers and their testing stations. Assalamu alaikum to you, sir.
Wa alaikum salam.
And then we wrap up with our last insert for today. We understand that IMA has a great amount of members and doctors. This is our IMA doctor message for today.
My name is Tahira Hassan. I'm an obstetrician and gynecologist. The medical doctors, healthcare workers, nursing staff, and essential services are all working day and night for you. It is now time for you to take responsibility and return the favor. We are sacrificing our time away from our families and our health to take care of you if you are affected by the coronavirus. It's your turn to take responsibility by staying at home during the lockdown, by practicing safe hygiene, and maintaining social distancing. It's your responsibility to help flatten the curve. Stay at home. It's the right thing to do.
Stay at home. That's what each and every medical professional, healthcare worker, doctors are saying to you. Do not go out if you do not need to. This has been an absolutely brilliant show. So shukran so much for all our participants that has been part of the show and made it successful thus far, and to all our other shows as well. Please join us again tomorrow between 4 and 5 as we highlight more of the information that you need to know with regards to COVID-19. Don't forget that WhatsApp line. If you've missed any of the information on the show, please do send us a message and we'll send that through to you. From myself, Hawa Salaman, and the rest of our team here at ITV Networks, wassalamu alaikum and goodbye for now.